Trainers, the embargo has officially lifted on Pokemon TCG Pocket. Creators were flown out to New York City a few short weeks ago to get a hands-on look of the new app. It's going to soft launch next week in New Zealand. We have a ton of new info, a ton of new content, and I'm going to be reacting and providing a centralized place for you to take a look at all the different things different people had to say. Let's dive into it. First up, we're going to be taking a look at Philly Beats You. Details will be linked below. The thumbnail really caught me out on this one with Pikachu, with the cards catching out, so I'm excited to dive into it.
Have you ever seen a Pokemon card that can do this?
Oh, that editing goes crazy. That looks amazing.
Well, you're in luck because the Pokemon Company invited me out to an exclusive Pokemon TCG Pocket event in New York City. And all I gotta say is I have a ton of information from the Easter eggs all around the event, a presentation from the Pokemon Company, and
Easter
an
eggs?
exclusive question and answers.
Easter eggs, questions and answers. I'm trying to see if there's any cards we haven't seen back here. No, it looks like the Mewtwo, Chansey, things like that. Good.
From creatures and from the Pokemon Company. So stay tuned for that. I took the elevator up and arrived exactly.
Ooh, he's kind of more like a blog. I like that.
Where I was greeted by Kelly from the Pokemon
Swag?
Company, who handed me this awesome bag.
Swag? I love swag. Let's see what swag they got.
Which had some good stuff in it, which I'm actually going to open up for all you guys right now. Inside, we have a
Oh, the Soda Pop Squirtle.
plushie, a Spheal deck box.
Spheal deck box.
This is really cool.
Oh, the play mat.
And a Spheal playing mat, which I'm going to use as my mouse pad. Thanks, Pokemon Company. After getting our goodie bags, we proceeded further into the event where there were a bunch of Pokemon.
Any new card? Nope. Sabrina, Greninja. Oh, Venusaur. The Venusaur's new. 2 attacks, 4. Just like the Mewtwo.
TCG
Okay,
Pocket
okay.
displays. Before I get into that, I do want to mention that I did get to test out TCG Pocket while I was in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Yeah,
for the
at
Pokemon
Worlds.
World
Yep, there it
2024,
is.
but the only experience there was just really opening up a pack, and you got an exclusive sticker for doing that.
Ooh, that sticker goes
that's really-
hard.
Now, in the main
I love
lobby,
that
we were
shiny
greeted by
did.
the Pikachu card that you saw
Oh,
in the beginning
Bulbasaur
of
card.
the video,
Bulbasaur
and that
full
was
art
shown
card.
up
Wait,
in-
wait, wait, wait.
It's really cool. Now,
Maybe
in
we'll
the
come
main
back up.
lobby, we were greeted by the Pikachu
Vine. Oh my God. It looked pretty.
card that you saw in the beginning of the video, and that was shown off in the trailer. Immersive cards are absolutely insane, and there was
Okay.
also a beautiful
There it is. Oh my God. This Bulbasaur car, stunning. I really love plants. Looks amazing on the Bulbasaur, particularly just the everything about it. So I'd be so excited to get this one quickly.
Bulbasaur that was right next to it. I mean, just look at the art on this card. It's
Yeah,
absolutely
goes
amazing
hard.
and exclusive right now to the TCG Pocket. And in front of that, they had a kiosk where it showed the Pikachu animation and just played it on loop. But it was just so cool to see that there are such a thing as immersive cards. There was also a really cool TCG Pocket spot where you can take photos, and something special is going to happen there later in the video. But I just took a selfie with my friend Austin, and then we proceeded to head outside where we were greeted by a
Mewtwo, Charizard. Okay, not new,
beautiful
not new.
Mewtwo card and a Charizard card on top of a rooftop. I mean, look at this view. Now, of course, there was a bunch of food and refreshments,
Food, oranges, apple. Okay, oranges are hard to eat. You get so sticky.
but the
Do not
most special
approve
part
of
this
oranges
all
in the bin.
was this right over here that I'm
This is so cute.
holding in my hand. There
What
were
is in
TCG
there?
Pocket packs filled with cookies,
Cookies? Cookies that look like the cards?
and we were told by Stefan from the Pokemon Company to collect all 4. And what were those 4 Pokemon? Well, my wife Hannah
4
grabbed
cookie
one,
cards.
and then I thought I'd open hers, but then she said this.
No, that's mine.
Is it all the Pikachu packs?
So I grabbed
Pikachu's
my own,
gotta
and
be
then
on one
we
of
all
them.
said open it up. It worked out perfectly because my friend Alchemy Sunday, aka pulled a side duck.
I don't. Okay.
Oh, you gotta show Nate.
Oh, nice.
Golden Eevee.
Eevee?
My wife, she got a Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur. Pikachu's got to be the
And
4th
me,
one.
I pulled.
Hey, there he is. I love that idea. Those cookies are really
And as you
cute.
can see, I may have eaten a couple more cookies. Anyway, moving on. After eating all our cookies and having some food, I then went back out to the entrance area to film some extra B-roll. But when I walked out, I couldn't believe it. Pikachu was waiting right there for a photo op. And since I was right
Stunner.
there,
Pikachu's an absolute stunner. I love seeing Pikachu at these events and the different content people mix with it. I think it's really cute. It's really fun.
I
Great
had
little
to run up
mascot
to
on throws on.
I'm the first one to take a picture of Pikachu.
First
I also
one.
had to show Pikachu the awesome cookies they had packed in this. After that, I then told Pikachu to strike a pose, and this happened.
Pikachu, give me some B-roll. Check a pose, Pikachu. Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys don't know Philly, definitely give him a hoot. Give him a subscribe. I love watching this
And you
stuff.
should also strike that subscribe and like button, just like Pikachu, to get awesome videos like this. After that, everyone hung out again, and were then called into a room for a presentation about TCG Pocket.
Ooh,
Now,
wait, I spotted a Moltres card
here's the
back there.
crazy- when
That
I
is new.
walked into the room,
Oh, there it is. Full art Moltres or interactive art. What are they
There
calling
were
those? I
2
don't know.
cards
That is beautiful red against that night sky. Oh my
on
gosh.
display, just like the light
Oh,
up Mewtwo and
Machoke.
Charizard. This time, it was a beautiful Squirtle card and a Moltres card.
There he is, Machoke Machop. Wow, insane. The art on these are so Crazy.
Those are just 2 more cards to add on to all the amazing cards that they're showing off during this event, so make sure you're keeping track of them during this video. Once we were all in the room, we had an amazing presentation from Stuart from the Pokemon Company.
Stuart,
and this
shout
is
out.
a really important part because this is filled with a ton of information you need to know about the game, and I'm going to make it as easy to explain to you as possible. Also, I just wanted to mention later on in this video, you're going to find out some secrets that weren't mentioned during this presentation and maybe some upcoming plans about TCG Pocket, so stay tuned. All right, let me walk you now through the game. So essentially, here is how the core gameplay works. You get to open up 1 pack every 12 hours.
Write that down. 1 pack every 12 hours. Okay, 2 packs a day. We had this. This isn't
Which means
new.
you get to open up 2 packs per day. You can
packs a day.
either earn pack hourglasses to reduce the time by 1 hour.
Okay, pack hourglasses. If we have as many currencies as Marvel Snap, credits, booster, gold, other things, I'll lose it. Let's keep it chill, Pokemon.
There's 2 ways of opening. You can either open 1 pack or 10 packs at a time, and that was shown off. And opening 10 packs at a time is very satisfying. I already struggle just opening up 1 Pokemon card at a time. Now, the first expansion of Pokemon TCG Pocket is going to be called Genetic Apex, which is going to have
over 200 cards, 3 variants. Certain cards will be unique to specific boosters per pack. Okay.
200 cards in it. Now, there are 3 versions.
I'm not a big fan of that. I like the different pack arts as an option, but I'd like to be able to get all the cards. Maybe I'd like it a little bit better. Maybe if there's different rates in the different packs. Like you get the Mewtwo full art, a little bit better in the Mewtwo packs and so on.
Apex booster packs.
Yeah.
A Pikachu booster pack, a Mewtwo booster pack, and a Charizard booster pack. Now, something you need to know is that certain cards in the game are going to be unique to specific booster pack art that you use. For example, if you open up a Pikachu booster pack, the lucky immersive card that you'll get is going to be the Pikachu that you've seen a ton of times so far. And if you open up the Mewtwo booster pack,
it's going to be the Mewtwo.
Awesome
I guess I'm going to be opening up a lot of Mewtwo
Pokemon
packs.
Worlds, which is the Mewtwo breaking out of a glass, which is ridiculously amazing. And there is a Charizard booster pack.
Charizard, I'm not a Zard boy.
Your imagination.
They didn't show the Zard, did they?
Sure, the number of booster pack arts that they use will be different by each expansion, so just keep that in mind. Now, if you're wondering when new expansions are going to be released for this game, it's going to be on its own time schedule.
By basis
to the Pokemon TCG that we're normally used to. It'll be according to how
I hope it's
Pocket
less.
has its own release schedule. Now, let's talk about some really cool features about the game. The first feature I want to talk about is Wonder Pick. Now, Wonder Picking is really interesting.
Wait. Wonder Pick lets players select 1 card at random from a booster pack that was opened by another player. Special kinds of Wonder Picks also may appear that include items, promos, or rare cards. Wonder Pick requires Wonder Stamina. Okay, so we have Wonder Hourglasses, Pack Hourglasses.
Because it allows players to select 1 card at random from a booster pack that is opened by another player. So, for example, you'll see this random booster pack here, and you'll see Squirtle is inside of this pack. It gets all shuffled up completely.
1 in 5.
So
honestly, that's pretty good.
Which card is the one, and if you select the right card, you get it. Now, don't worry. If someone opens up your pack and chooses a card specifically, it's not going to take away your card. Now, I don't know if this was just for the event.
I kind of like that gambling aspect of it more if it did take away my card,
or if this is a really nice bonus to have at the start of the game. But when everyone was handed a phone and was testing out the game, every single person, no matter what card they picked, were given something really cool, like the Squirtle card that was shown off in this example.
It's kind of like your starter
shown off during the event at the start. And
in gacha games, a lot of times people will reset, like Genshin Impact, stuff like that, for an exact character they want. And I wonder if we'll see some of that with Pokemon TCG Pocket, where you want the Squirtle, you want the Bulbasaur, you want the Arcanine, whatever.
Guess what the other
keep resetting until you get it.
That stays in when everyone gets to play the game on launch. Now, there are also some special kind of Wonder Picks that may appear that sometimes include items, promos, or rare cards. Now, in order to do Wonder Picks, it requires Wonder Stamina that recovers over time. And the item Wonder Hourglass can be earned and used to reduce time until your Wonder Stamina recovers.
It's just like free.
Just important to note that Wonder Picks do expire after a certain amount of time, but can be made available by using a rewind watch. Just in case it expires and you saw something really cool, that's what you'll be using that for.
Rewind watches.
The next feature is very personal and very customizable. They call this showcasing your collection.
Oh, binders.
Now, they have something known as a collection board. So for this, you can tap on all your cards and you're able to actually view and toggle something known.
I feel like this game's gonna be really social, potentially. Already it's leaning less and less towards gameplay and more towards collecting, especially if they're letting you customize your binder. Like, there's no real need to have that.
To see any missing cards, and you can filter all the cards by variety of the attributes, so it's very easy to locate certain cards that you want. Now, the game allows you to create binders, which are completely customized collections, and you can apply custom covers to the binder, like this Evolution one.
The Eevees. I wonder if you can have a bunch of different binders, and you can, like, almost like MySpace page it and be like, this is my Eevee page, this is my Kanto starter page, this is, you know, these are where the Hoenn girls sit. That'd be cool.
You can
I'd like
obtain
that.
them in missions from the shop, and once you have these, you can share this with your friends or other players.
There it is.
It's a great flex, or just, you know, to match your aesthetic of your favorite Pokemon.
I like the aesthetic and I like the flex.
Known as display boards, and the
Ooh, those little display boards are really cute.
Placed in it. You can place whatever individual card on a unique backdrop to show them off. You can obtain these from missions or from the shop, and of course,
What do these missions say? Wait, go back.
On a unique backdrop to show them off. You can obtain these from
Register 5 cards in the decks, register 50 cards in the decks, register 60 cards in the decks. Hopefully they're not just all dex related missions. Hopefully they get a little more unique. Play 10 games, you know, win 10 games.
Or other players. On top of this, you can even add more personalization. And what you can do is you can
There's Venusaur. There he is. Add custom animations.
Custom animations to the cards in order to get these various things known as flares on.
Flares. Snap has flares. Well, flares. They have, like, as you upgrade it, you get these different colored borders on it, and you can get different effects on the cards as they call it splitting to get like different effects. So this is like
you can get them
our
by
version.
getting duplicate cards and then turning them into shine dust. So if I pull
Duplicate cards get turned into shine dust.
a really special card and then pull another card, the game does not automatically get rid of the extra card and turn it into shine dust. You have to manually turn that into shine dust yourself. And
I still wonder how many cards you can have in your deck. I have a feeling it's 2. Shine dust.
Once you have your shine dust, you then have options to purchase various different flares. For example, here's a Bulbasaur from these screenshots, and you can see that there's various different flares we can also put
Oh, the
onto
leaves.
it.
Look at the leaves. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them sparkle.
You can also add personalization to accessories. And the cool thing is you can actually earn accessories in a variety of different ways, which includes missions, limited time events, or in the shop. And these include coins, card sleeves, and playmats. So customization is everything in this collectible card game. Now let's talk about the earned in-game currency.
No, we already have the stopwatches for the packs, the wonder timers. For the wonder timers, the shine dust. We're at 3 already.
First ones are shop tickets, which can be obtained by completing missions or step-up battles. And if you're wondering what missions are, they're simply just tasks that you do in the game. For example, maybe have 5 cards in your collection, and bam, you've completed a mission just like that. So the missions
give you
use
shop
that
tickets.
in-game currency to redeem for cosmetic items and accessories. The next ones are emblem tickets, which
No. It's already too many. Emblem
can be
tickets.
obtained by completing themed collections or dex missions. These can be redeemed for emblems that can be added to your player profile to flex.
Okay,
The next currency are special shop tickets. These are obtained by consuming high rarity cards, which
I wonder how this is different from shine dust.
can be redeemed for special accessories. Then comes the event shop tickets, and these are obtained by completing event missions.
Okay, so we have 5 types of tickets,
which disappear after a certain period of time, basically when an event ends. And these can be redeemed for limited time accessories, so coins, card, sleeves, playmats. I think one of the biggest takeaways from the whole currency is just play the game daily, open up the packs. If there is an event, try to do all the event missions and rack up that currency so you can get these limited or special items.
I wonder if from playing, they notice that these different types of tickets were confusing, or after you play a little bit, it becomes pretty straightforward. Like the system seems cumbersome to have the different types of tickets delineated out like this, but if they want to have different types of events, it's complicated to make something like that in a way that makes sense and is easy to follow than, you know, having one main type of currency, which is ticket in the scenario, and then they divide it out by so many different classes.
It'll just make your look cool in this game, and you never know if a limited event is coming back or not, and this is a great way to stay on top of the game. Now, because this game is developed by Creatures, the makers of Pokemon TCG, this is obviously going to include nostalgic illustrations that we have seen in the past that are in this game, as well as new card.
Okay, we've seen those. Seen Pikachu, seen Bulbasaur. The Bulbasaur is so much better than the Pikachu. I love it, but I don't think it's not an EX, so it's like probably one rare. It's not like the one you.
And there are some beautiful new cards like this Moltres card, Lapras card, Articuno card. One of the cards I actually recognized from the presentation was this Raichu.
Ooh, I don't think we've seen Raichu. 2 unique hollow patterns are used for both illustrations and borders. Okay, Thunderbolt.
That was drawn from Akira Igawa, which is from actually Cosmic Eclipse. I have the booster box here, who I actually had the honor of meeting while I was in Hawaii.
Oh my god, that's so fun. I love the illustrators. I think people should talk more about the illustrators. I'm hoping to do so too. I really love Pokemon. I collect so much of the physical cards. I'm really excited to get into Pocket, and I think the illustrators can be missed out a lot, or just like overshined by, but they're on all the cards, so it's really cool, and seeing some of the styles and stuff. So
How Day and Fates for me. So it's just really cool to see her artwork also in this game, as well as the other amazing illustrators. Speaking of all these illustrations and rarities, let me tell you about the entire
from physical to digital, developed by Creatures. Cards with unique visual effects. Okay. Includes nostalgic illustrations. Features a rarity system. Okay, we covered the rarity system in my last video. Some of the illustrations
are
are
rarity system is
familiar and but a lot of the illustrations are new, especially on the EX cards.
TCG game. And here's how it goes. It goes from 1 diamond to 4 diamonds.
And then 1 star to 3 stars.
To 3 star. And during the event, we saw something that might have been even better than that, but I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, there's another rarity after the stars? And we haven't seen anything about it. Oh my god, look at the RB. There's already the ones with the videos. Oh my gosh, I don't know.
More than that's something we have to find out.
Exciting.
Now, the way these cards are presented, their digital expressions are completely different of how they like to show it. Each card actually have their own thickness to show the depth and dimension. And you can see on the lower rarities, it's a little bit more plain, while you move up rarities, the borders are a little more in depth. You can see a shine on them. And you can note that there are also 2 unique hologram patterns used for both illustrations and borders. You also get this really cool parallax effect when you move the card.
These cards really do look so good. I know I'm covering up part of the Arcanine, but they look so good on the screen, to be honest. I'm sure they're gonna look great on your phone too.
Which is, of course, only obtainable in this game. I don't know, maybe in the future that might happen for real TCG cards, but for now, it's only available in TCG Pocket, which adds a lot.
Oh, the Pidgeot, the art, it goes so crazy.
Depth to the card, and the cards look so gorgeous. I'm gonna just look at it moving. Now, the full art cards showcase so much of the Pokemon. It's so much in depth of the artwork of the
Wow, full art, yeah, immersive cards.
In their natural environments. That's one of the coolest things about the Pokemon TCG. Having all these Pokemon show up in their home environments, it just makes the cards have a little more oomph to it. Now, I'm personally someone who has gotten into the whole entire TCG hobby by collecting and not really a battler, but this game...
Same. I collect a lot. I battle a little, but I mostly just like to collect. I like master setting. I just like opening up stuff. I like organizing. Yeah, I have 1 master set, but you know, it is what it is. I am definitely a collector through and through over a player.
Game also has battling, so I might get into it, but let me show you exactly how it works in this game.
I think this game has the potential to be a jumping point for a lot of people. Like if they like collecting, they might like just try it out, start the 2 free packs, and then you kind of try out the battling a little bit, and then you know you just kind of like trickle in. Like then you go to Target, you know, you go to your store, whatever, Walmart, and then you're like, oh, I'll just get a pack off the shelf. Like, oh, you know, oh, I'll just get another one. I'll get another one, and then maybe I'll go to the LGS. I'll go to my local game store. Oh, you guys do Pokemon nights? Oh, do you do like trade nights? Oh yeah, we do some trade nights. Go to trade nights. Someone at the trade nights like, oh my gosh, you're coming on the battle nights. I think that's the goal. I think that's the vibe. Obviously, it's not gonna happen for everyone, but I think that's the intention, and I think it totally could. Like everything just looks so amazing.
Now, this game is focused specifically on being more fun and casual than hardcore competitive. So the battle system is optimized for mobile devices, so you can play really quickly in a short amount of time. Now, these battles feature streamlined rules based on the classic Pokemon TCG battle system. So here is exactly what you need to know. A full deck in this game contains 20 cards versus the conventional 60 cards. You can have up to 3.
Wait. 20 decks, 3 Pokemon per bench, streamlined points, 1 for normal Pokemon, 2 for EX, 3 points wins, no energy, no damage counter. Doesn't say anything about the number of duplicates.
And they have something known as a streamlined point-based system. Prize cards have actually been removed in this game. Now, it's pretty simple. 1 point when you KO an opponent's Pokemon, and 2 points when you knock out an opponent's Pokemon's EX. The first of 3 points wins. There's also auto-generated energy in the game, so there's no energy cards. There's an auto count.
I like the removal of energy. I think the auto energy makes a lot of sense. It's kind of like what Hearthstone does. Snap, kind of similar every turn. You know, you get another one on Hearthstone, you get a mana crystal, things like that.
Calculated HP bar, no damage counter dice. Got that all out the way. Now let's move on to the next part, which is the battle options and the deck building. Now here's what's really cool. You can battle against the computer or locally with friends or family.
Okay. Local battles, so important, so fun. Your friends, you know, whoever you are, be really cool. I'm excited, looking forward to that, definitely.
Players from around the world, so you don't have to be in proximity to someone to battle them. I love it. Auto battling is also available. My favorite part.
I'm a little suspicious on auto battling. That's really giving me like almost, oh my god, what's it called? Raid Shadow Legends vibes, you know, if you've ever played for whatever reason and you just auto battle. Move on. Auto battle. Move on. I feel like it really pulls you out a lot. Auto battling is also available, which allows the computer to help battle, use custom battles, or auto build feature. Auto building's okay. Oh, rental decks. I'm not a fan of auto battling. I understand it, especially if there's some more grindy missions, but just from a enjoyment perspective, if you're online and you're going up to someone who's like auto battling, makes like no sense. I feel like to play. Maybe the AI would be really good. I don't know. I'm not a fan initially. I'd love to know what you guys think about auto battling potentially, and if you think it's a pro or con, or you have a nuanced thought.
If I don't want to pay attention too much and just get certain tasks done, and this is going to allow the computer to help you battle. You can also build
for missions
or auto build feature for help crafting a deck. On top of that, thank you Pokemon, they also have rental decks that are available.
I really like the rental decks, especially when you're just starting out and you want to play a bunch, but you don't have a ton of cards because you just open 2 packs or however many free ones they give you when you start as well.
For use, and those can also be obtained through deck missions. Talk
Oh,
about
through mission,
convenience
okay.
for almost anything. Now let's talk about the fun stuff, aka the money. Let's talk about the first currency known as Poke Gold.
Poke Gold. Okay, so we have our first, I would argue it's currency. Okay. Semantic. It's not our first like consumable, I guess. We already seen 7.
Poke Gold can be used to reduce the wait time to open an additional pack by 2 hours.
Okay, Poke
Remember
Gold.
that I said it takes 12 hours to open up a pack, and you can open up 2 per day, so you can
Poke Gold. 1 Poke Gold can be used for 2 hours. Okay. Poke Gold and Poke Pack Hourglass can be used together to reduce the time. Poke Gold can be bought in the shop. Smallest increments is 5 Poke Gold. So it's like 10 hours, right? 2 hours, almost a pack. Can also be used for accessories. 10 allows you to, okay, that's the pass. Let's see if we talk about it.
in order to reduce the time by 2 hours. You can combine Poke Gold and Pack Hourglasses together to reduce the time to open a pack. And you should note that the Pack Hourglasses will get consumed or used first before the Poke Gold is spent.
That's
the
nice.
smallest increment that you can buy Poke Gold in the shop is going to be for 99 cents, and that'll give you a total of 5 Poke Gold,
Okay,
which
10
will
hours.
total up to 10 hours. You can also use this Poke Gold to purchase other accessories. But of course,
Okay.
this option exists for the players that may not be as patient for waiting.
This makes sense.
You don't have to use this one. Now, the next one is really cool, and I will be actually doing this one. This is the Premium Pass.
The Premium
which
Pass.
is
Yeah, the
a
Premium
monthly
Pass looks like a great
subscription of
value.
$9.99, which allows players to open 1 additional booster pack. This one that comes with the Premium Pass refreshes every 24 hours. Now, the good thing about this is the first-time subscribers will get this for 2 weeks at 0.
Premium Pass is free for
So you can do this
2
for free
weeks.
for completely 2 weeks.
Oh,
I suggest everyone
nice deal,
take
yeah.
advantage of that. The other cool
Definitely.
thing that comes with this Premium Pass is Premium Missions, which will allow
Premium,
you to
I wonder if
obtain
premium missions will give you just accessories. Will they give you packs? Will they give you decks? What will they give you?
promo cards. And
Unique promo
special
cards.
in-game items such as playmats, cards,
Oh,
seeds,
okay.
and
So
coins.
it's all
Also, I wanted
cosmetic,
to
which
say
I
that
like.
The cards acquired via this Premium Pass subscription are going to have the
But none of the actual cards are locked behind a paywall. Unlocking, flares or alternate arts or full arts or things like that behind these premium sort of things makes a lot of sense from any developer perspective, and not locking like any key things or key cards behind that behind a forced premium subscription would not be like a great design in my point, especially because it looks like they're kind of wanting people to like trickle in, open packs every day, play every day for your missions, really interact with the app a lot. And then if you have like this chunk of cards that you can only get through Premium Pass, it's really like an immediate turnoff, in my opinion. And I've seen other games like try to do it or try to implement things like that where they put things behind a paywall and then people just get really turned off. If it's just cosmetics, if cosmetics are the only thing behind like a true paywall, excellent choice of monetization.
exact same attack and abilities as their counterpart card. It's literally just a different art. But since this is a collection game, kind of a big deal to own a Premium Pass subscription for whatever promo card is out during that time. But essentially, it's just an alternate illustration, and there's footage of me figuring out how to find it on the app. Once again, shout out to Stuart for doing this entire presentation. And
Okay,
that was
so
so
did.
feel free to go back and rewatch any
Oh my God, there's a puppy back there. I don't know if you guys can see it.
parts you may need. Now, after this, we were handed the top secret phones from the Pokemon company that had installed on it, and we all went and started playing the game. My wife's
Ooh.
not too much of a hardcore gamer, but she was having such a great time opening up Pokemon cards.
Yeah, I mean, I think anyone likes opening up stuff and looking at pretty cards. Like, it doesn't matter who you are, your age, what you're into. Like, you're gonna see a cute card or a fun card. Like, you're gonna be down. You may not be into it, but you'll be like, that's a cute card. And I think that's the magic of it is. Like, it removes. Right now, I think, well, I really like opening a new set and not paying attention to the prices or anything. And I just love seeing like the art cards. Those are my favorite. I don't care how much it costs. I don't care about the chase. I just care about my favorite cards. And I feel like it's a lot of times really hard to remove those aspects from you where like, oh, I pulled the most expensive card. It's the best one. I'm so excited. It's so expensive. That's why I'm excited because it's expensive. I want to be excited for the art, for the vibes. And I feel like a lot of new players are definitely like that.
And she was getting absolutely excited. I was also able to do some pack battles with friends and check out a lot of other features in the game. It's really cool. And basically, we
Pack battles basically like who opens the rarest one just like wins. It's just like fun, casual.
were all just
Good vibes.
nonstop the entire time and getting excited about
What if
all
their
the
fingers
art
started to
we were
hurt?
seeing. This game can be pretty fun. And trying to fill up the
Feels
entire
clean.
collection is probably the #1 goal out of everything. But here's
Yeah.
what some other people at the event had to say about the game.
Looks like Flay's really emphasizing the fact that he thinks it's definitely more geared towards collecting and less geared towards battling. And it's definitely portrayed that way too. I think especially with the different design aspects and things like that, it's almost giving me kind of like crossing energy where you're like, oh my God, I get to show off my little house. Like, but this is me holding my binder. This is my house. But I get to show off all my cards to my little friends, like playground vibes, Animal Crossing vibes, little Sims vibes. Like, I love it. I love that.
The art is beautiful, and
Art is
seeing
beautiful.
how interactive it is just super cool.
The opening packs is fantastic.
It's awesome. The artwork is adorable, very cute. The immersive cards are super cool. I've never seen anything like that.
No.
So I just want to keep opening more.
Be a pretty good stepping stone for the card game for kids. I would appreciate them having a digital collection like this, but also too, the rules, it gives them the fun of opening packs.
I really like the interface a lot, like the way the app looks. It's very
That perspective about kids is interesting. I don't know how many. I mean, a lot of young folks have these sorts of devices, but even as a parent, you can, if you wanted to, you could give them a little opportunity to play around and learn, and then move them over to the physical ones after, experiencing it and showing that they like it.
It was very easy to like get around.
I like that you don't have to manage energy as like, oh man, did I draw energy? No, well, I'm out of luck. Now you can just be like, cool, I have energy, now I get to play the game.
Now, after all of us enjoyed
cool.
ripping packs inside of the game, talking with one another, sharing
Like
what
your
we
mana
pulled,
pool.
and me grabbing another one of these cookies because they were so good, I ate another one. Don't judge me. I don't get to eat Pokemon cards that often. It was then time for an exclusive interview. Help from the Pokemon Company told us to
Oh,
enter
very
a room
cool.
where we would
It's
have
got
an
like 10
exclusive
seats.
Q&A with people from Creatures and the Pokemon Company. Now, when I walked in this room, all the way on the left, sitting down with the laptop, was David from the Pokemon Company. And David should look really familiar to you because you've most likely seen David. He was there translating everything for me for the Nintendo Treehouse for Sun and Moon, Let's Go Eevee, and he was also on stage translating for Ishihara during Worlds. And now David
Very
is going to
cool.
relay all the questions we had to the 4 people that I'm about to introduce. On the left was Ryosuke Hanawa, the senior director at the Pokemon Company.
Okay.
Next to him was Satoru Nagaya, the art director at Creatures. Next to him was Ryo Sujikawa, the creative director at Creatures. And then all the way to the right was Kita Hirobi, who is the executive corporate officer at the Pokemon Company and also the producer for TCG
some big
Pocket.
dogs.
So we were about to get some exclusive information. To break the ice, I actually asked the first question, which was,
What's everybody's favorite part about Pokemon Pocket?
and they all had some
okay,
awesome
okay.
answers, like the collection aspect of the game, the EX cards, opening up the
Yeah, I mean, the collection, it's definitely going to be a collection focused game after seeing this, I think, for sure.
packs in a simple way where his wife can even enjoy doing it. Now, there
Yeah.
were a bunch of other rapid fire questions asked during this interview, but 3 of them really stood out to me that were important. One question asked about a pity system. So if there was a set that was out and you wanted to
Oh, a pity system. For a lot of the gacha games like Genshin, you can run through like 100 pulls, 200 pulls or something, and then you have a guaranteed rare pull on whatever, for this to be the pack, but in Genshin, it's like the banner, and that's pretty common. Digital trading card games usually don't have that, but they have like a sort of dust system. We haven't seen a dust system for duplicates. Right now, they've only showed us the flares, but I'm hoping they have something that allows me to craft cards with my duplicate cards, not just add flares on top of the other ones. Opening all the cards just out of packs, I think is going to be really complicated and hard.
collect every single card and you were missing just one of those cards, how would you obtain those cards? And the answer that we got was you get pack points from opening up packs.
Pack
The higher
points.
points you
Another currency.
get, the higher rarity of a card that you can exchange it for. So just think if you're doing the
So just opening a pack will get you points to convert cards, not the duplicates.
premium subscription,
Okay.
that's going to be accelerated with the 3 packs per day.
Very true.
Or if you'd like to be a whale in the game and spend more Pokegold, it's just going to help you get to that faster, but you can get there the free route as well. Now, my buddy Real Breaking Nate had a really cool question
He's a TCG collector. I'm pretty sure. I think I've seen him before.
that he asked next to me if there's any plans for a crossover from TCG Pocket to actual TCG. And I was really shocked with the answer they gave because they didn't just say no, we're not going to mention anything about it. They said this.
Like I said, right now, our focus is really on taking a lot of the cool art and illustrations from the physical card game and also combining them with some of the cool digital things that we're doing in Pocket to make it feel unique and cool. So at the moment, we don't have any concrete plans to do kind of the example you said, like a crossover where maybe we're bringing something.
I think that's interesting because I think that's a slippery slope because I definitely want to feel like the cards are unique and special to just the digital version of the game. But then if for some reason they brought physical versions of the digital cards out, I think it would bring the digital people over to physical cards really, really quickly. Because you'd be like, oh my God, I have my favorite phone cards now. Let's get them in digital form. I think that's an interesting tightrope to walk. And I bet they'll maybe try to tease it with a small amount, 10, 7, something like that. But definitely not a whole set, I wouldn't think. That the answer makes, from my perspective, a lot of sense that they're we'll maybe try it if we feel like it.
But at the same time, we do know there's a lot of people out there who would be looking forward to that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I think we'll definitely be keeping in mind when we come up with our plans in the future.
I mean, let's be honest. If Pokemon Go out of all games got a Pokemon TCG set, I would expect TCG Pocket to eventually, somewhere down the road, get a card set.
I don't think the crossover is quite the same there, but I like the vibes. I like the energy. It's good.
IRL, and that would be one of probably the most gorgeous card sets ever. Pokemon, please make it real. Now, next to Nate was Pokemon Cast, and Pokemon Cast asked the coolest question as well, which was, can you collect cards in multiple languages? So if we traded with someone in Japan, we'd be able to get the Japanese card. And the answer that we got was this.
You will be able to get cards in other languages when you're trading with people who have those cards in other languages. So you'll be able to get the cards that are that language. That's so cool. Yeah, really cool. So yeah, that's one of the things we really wanted to kind of keep from the physical TCG, that kind of fun of getting different language cards.
That by far is probably one of the coolest things in the
interesting.
game. And let's just say you have have this extremely rare Pikachu card. And now you own it in all the languages, and your binder is a Pikachu binder, just showing off all the same.
Yeah, I wonder how many languages there'll be.
Every single language available in the game. That is a flex. And talk about having a unique collection to show off. Also, it'll make it really fun to make friends all around the world to trade. Now, during the Q&A, there was also a question about what platforms they're optimizing. So it's really going to be for mobile devices and the iPad. But the Apple Vision had me thinking a little bit. And after that was all over, I actually showed all of them a video on my phone of me using the Apple Vision Pro to actually use Pokemon apps, play the Pokemon game, use Pokemon Home.
We love a self promo. I think he just did a video on this. I love it. Let me show the Nintendo bigwigs a video of mine.
As well as
so funny.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet inside and trade in the game.
This video
and they
cool.
loved it. I wanted them to kind of maybe imagine what it would be like to do TCG Pocket in the Apple Vision Pro, that where you can open up packs in augmented reality. I just think that would be really cool. And after that, we posed for a photo together. Now, if you check out this video over here, you can.
That was great. That was a great deep dive. I'm excited to look at a couple more of these. Next up, we are checking out Austin John Plays, the man, the myth, providing guides for Nintendo games since I don't know how long, but if you've played a Pokemon game, you've probably heard about him and you've probably watched one of his videos. Let's get into it.
What's going on, everyone?
guys? Austin John Plays here.
And today, I'm going to be talking about an advanced preview.
I had to.
Pokemon TCG Pocket, presented by Pokemon Company International, and Creatures Incorporated, and I'm going to be telling you all about the app.
Sure.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. I thought that was my thing.
I previously put out a vague statement on Twitter about what do you want to know about the app.
So he did like a Q. Okay, so he posted on Twitter like a Q&A. I have been trying to avoid that godforsaken app, to be honest with you. So
to talk about that, I'm going to the event. In fact, there's a lot of stuff we're not allowed to talk about, and a lot of
not the NDA flip.
The questions that were asked, I have answers for. Before I begin, I want to say thank you to the Pokemon Company of Japan, Pokemon Company International, and Creatures Incorporated for inviting me to this event, as well as Stefan, the people from Pokemon who hooked me up with this event. Shout out to you.
Okay, I just want to say, if you guys are enjoying this Pokemon Pocket stuff, and you haven't subscribed to my channel, almost no one who watches these videos has subscribed to me, and I would really appreciate it. It would be an absolute dream of mine to potentially be flown out to one of these events, hang out with these people, and make some exclusive content for you all.
You guys. Firstly, I'm not allowed to talk about any sort of walkthrough or strategy guide about this. That's fine. I didn't plan on
Very not Austin
anyways,
John of
this
him.
Is not a formal review or scoring of this in any single way, shape, or form. The official launch of the app is going to be first for New Zealand on Thursday, September 26th.
Okay. Thursday, September 26th, I think my citizenship will show up.
At 6 a.m. PDT. And then after that, it's going to be rolling out in other regions.
Okay, so that's we didn't hear from Philly about the date. So that's really, really exciting. So expect a lot from a lot of people then.
In the United States. So they're going to be getting it ahead of time. I'm only allowed to discuss 2 of the immersive cards, even though more
our Pikachu full art card again with a
in Honolulu this year. And all of the footage.
I think we saw 4. No, not immersive
that show is supplied B-roll or filming of the event. There's no footage of the device that I was using, which they supplied me a device with unlimited payments. So anything that I wanted to purchase in the app, I could. I'm going to be telling you exactly how much you can pay in the app for the daily progression.
Oh, we didn't hear how much. Is there a limit on how much you can pay? That's not very gotcha of them. Don't limit me.
Or whatever you want. All of the footage that you're going to be seeing is B-roll supplied by the Pokemon Company International.
Okay, none of their B-roll.
Including footage from outside of this B-roll. Our hands-on event, we were led to a location.
Any cards we haven't seen?
Where we had open bar, some food, some past hors d'oeuvres, real nice.
Little less bloggy than Phil, but a very Austin John. Very Austin John.
Meet the boss man himself.
I don't know if you
boss man.
We're about to meet the head of Pokemon, the boss who's going to be running this very special event that we're not allowed to talk about quite yet, and he's right there.
And then after
not the Pikachu
on preview session, which mine was about an hour and a half, we were then given a Q&A session with.
So I got like an hour and a half with that. That's a good chunk of time to understand. What's up?
Sujikawa, the general manager at Creatures. Satoru Noga, the art director at Creatures. Ryosuke Hanawa, the senior director at the Pokemon Company. Kita Hirobi, the executive corporate officer at the Pokemon Company. And I had about 47 questions for them after my hands-on preview. Firstly, the rarity of cards is going to mostly be seen with the small diamonds located at the bottom of the cards.
Yep.
Like you're going to be seeing
4 diamonds, 3 stars, and then we just heard from Philly crowns.
After that, there's going to be star cards. So it goes from diamonds to the stars, and the stars are the super rare ones. But then there's also 3 star cards, and those are the immersive art cards. The immersive art cards are the ones that you saw a trailer of. Pikachu entering the card, which is super cool. There's also a Mewtwo one that does that. I'm not allowed to discuss any other cards that do. The first pack.
He must have seen them all because he's stringing that up. I think that's so funny. Is there what I can't? Just a little carrot, little stick.
that's going to be coming out has a Pikachu pack, a Mewtwo pack, and a Charizard
With
pack.
different pull rights
There
for different
some
cards.
that are exclusive to each
Exclusive,
of the
not the, excuse me, exclusive. We heard that from Philly too. Not different pull rates, so exclusive. And they're gonna list it out at the top of the pack. They do that in League of Legends too. If you pull anything, if you play Teamfight Tactics, the chibi heroes they release, they call them little legends. They tell you the percents in all of them.
So you may have a higher likelihood of pulling some cards like the Immersive card from the Pikachu pack, the Immersive Mewtwo from the
Okay, I wonder if they're exclusive or it's a higher rate.
and other cards from the Charizard pack. In addition to that, there is a super rare hidden chance at getting a crown rarity. There are 3 crown rarity cards that have a very low chance of being opened up, and they could be opened up from any of the packs. There is a predetermined chance that that pack is going to be a regular pack or a rare pack. There is a 99.95% chance that you're going to be getting a regular pack, which means that the remaining 0.05% of the time is going to be a rare 0.13% chance.
Oh my god. Do you go back to shiny hunting to feel alive?
That you're going to be getting these crown cards, making them the rarest of them all. The 3-star immersive cards, for example, the 3-star immersive Pikachu from the Pikachu pack is a 0.22% of being the rare card. So getting
in the Pikachu pack. Oh, okay.
These immersive cards is not going to be a common thing.
No. So the other ones must be a little lower.
As soon as you open up the app, there's a tutorial. You're going to be getting a Kanto starter
like
as your first card that you're ever going to be getting.
1.15.
And then your first
0.115
art card, which is going to be your first star card, is going to be an alternative art of one of the is not going to be a common thing. As soon as you open up the app, there's a tutorial. You're going to be getting a Kanto starter as your first card that you're ever going to be getting. And then your first alternative art card, which is going to be your first star card, is going to be an alternative art of one of the Kanto starters as well. So as you're going through these lists, you're going to be getting.
I wonder if it's the same. Then I'm resetting for Bulbasaur.
Also, in regard to the pull rates, I asked them, and there is no pity system implemented. If you have, 16 of 17.
We saw the pack dust. Opening packs give you a currency, right, to get the cards you want to craft.
You're not going to have a higher chance of getting that.
Not duplicates.
It's going to remain the same base odds across the board all the time. In all of the preview footage that you've seen, they've only been showing Kanto Pokemon, probably for mass appeal. However, that I was pulling, it was not just Kanto. From the pack that I was pulling, seemed like it was more based off of Pokemon Sword and Shield that had the Kanto starters.
If it's Sword and Shield, the game's probably, or the app's probably been in development under a while. It looks clean, so I wouldn't be surprised.
As well as a lot of Galarian Pokemon. I didn't see a single Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Pokemon, so that leads me to believe that this app was in development before those games can.
Words right out of my mouth, man.
That at least first initial card set to be implementing Pokemon from that series. Okay, a big question a lot of people had: how much does this cost? You can play this completely for free.
Yep.
One pack every 12 hours to open.
Yep.
You open up the app and then you can open up the pack, you tear it, or you could flip the deck over and then you could tear it again. There is a monthly pass that you can purchase.
Extra pack a day.
That monthly pass is going to be making it so instead of every 12 hours you get a pack, it's every 8 hours.
Oh, okay. I see it. 816. Yeah, I mean, that's math, kids. That's math.
Also, you can only stack 2 packs at a time to be opened for the free model. With the monthly subscription, it's 3 packs a day. After you get a 3rd pack, you're not going to be receiving additional packs.
They really want you coming into the app a lot. I wonder if it's to spend money or just to interact with the app, just to open things, like what it is if they cap it. Because yeah, I guess they don't want you to leave forever and then come with like so many hundreds and hundreds of packs.
You do have to log into this every single day to make sure that you open both of those packs. In my mind, when I wake up every day, you're just going to be able to open the 2 or 3 packs then. Another difference between the free and premium model is missions. There are some missions.
I don't think people are going to like that they can't stack packs like that. You can probably buy stacks of packs with those Poke Gold, but I know like a lot of people too. Like, I mean, when you watch just like vanilla pack opening videos, you don't see people open up 2-3 packs. Like they open up, I just watched one the other, it's 500, 1,000, like a booster box at minimum, like 32, like maybe a short, but I think that's tricky from a content perspective in terms of a free player. I guess you could do like an everyday kind of deal, then take 30 days to get 90 packs to post 1 video. Interesting. Very niche perspective.
Or something like that, or do 1 in-game battle, which battles are super easy. There's an auto battle button.
Mission, okay, 5 cards.
If you get the premium service, there are premium missions, kind of like Pokemon Unite. When there's a season pass, you get those additional things for the additional currencies. Premium missions from the premium pass are going to be rewarded for unique promo cards locked to that set.
I wonder if it's like 1 for 30 days. Like Marvel Snap has that, where they give you 1 unique card. It's a card though, and you have to pay for the card to get it early. You can grind through it and get the card at the end of the month if you don't pay for it, but that's besides the point. I wonder if it'll change every month or how often it changes. Do you get a bunch for your set? Do you have to do the missions? Like, I'm curious to see how it plays out.
For this first series that comes out, there's a selection of promo cards that you can only get with the promo pass.
Yeah.
So there are some things that are locked to it. I think you get a
Just cosmetics.
full art card, promo card for first signing up with the pass. There's the very casual side, and
I think we've seen that Meow.
you want to grind it a little bit more, but you're not a whale yet. You're also going to be able to purchase in-game currency called Pokegold.
Yep.
Pokegold can be expensive, just like every single freemium game that there is. With Pokegold, you
I guess this game really falls under freemium, right? Not, yeah, totally, definitely not free to enjoy friendly, but yeah, we saw the rented deck, so you can battle at least for free as well. So that's, I mean, that's not bad. It's not bad.
You can choose to decrease your cooldown rate on when you're able to open up another pack. You could choose to cool down just 2, 4, 6, or 8 hours, or you can actually just say open up as many packs as possible. With that,
Open up as many. Okay.
you can open up 1 pack at a time, or
Usually
you
where you
can
get a
tell it to open up
bunch.
10 packs at a time
10.
to be able to power through these.
Okay.
The way we figured out, it's about $1 per pack.
Yeah.
And we
This is
can
99 cents for 5 Pokegold or 5, whatever. Yeah, which reduced you by 10 hours. We went over that.
up with the actual amount of money that you can spend in this app in one day. Outside of the monthly model, if you wanted to max out how many cards you can open up in one day, $150 US would be the maximum that you can spend.
That's really interesting. I'm surprised they put a cap on it. I wonder if it's like protecting children. I wonder if there's laws in certain countries that like prevent you from accessing more, because I feel like I haven't run into a freemium game, especially a mobile game, that like puts a cap on how much you're spending in a day. Like you can get notifications, you can get warnings, but a price you can spend on the app per day, 150. I mean, that's a lot, but that's an interesting concept. I wonder why.
App before the app tells you you can't open any more packs for the day,
Yeah.
for you to open up the maximum amount of packs, about 150. So you can power through this and sink a lot of money if you want to. Me personally, I'm probably gonna get the monthly one and keep that going for, you know, probably 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I think that
6
makes a
months,
lot of
see how it
sense. I think a lot of people are going to do that. Just the premium pass, maybe, you know, chunk of packs here and there just to have fun, you know, kill time, maybe try something new. But I think the premium pass is definitely the most value by a lot. By a lot.
And then probably just go back down to the free model once I lose interest in it, sort of like I did
Yeah.
with Pokemon Sleep. They say that they do plan to add additional packs in the future. An exact quote is they are going to be monitoring the pace that people are collecting the cards when deciding to when to release a new set. When does the current
Interesting. They're going to monitor and just decide. They don't have a pre-release schedule. I think that's definitely unique, especially maybe because this is just a totally first of a kind of thing, digital that's focused on collecting. Like we've seen the fast battles, and Pokemon TCG already has like the battle focused app on your phone. It's not amazing interface, but it's complicated. But you know, Snap is kind of a mix of the two. The battling's really, really good, but it's impossible to collect everything. You have to really well. But this is feeling like you're just kind of collecting every day, seeing what you get, what you hit.
battle scene becomes stale. I'm going to be talking about battles in a little bit, and they have no plans to align with the TCG release schedule.
That
In
makes
fact,
sense.
This has nothing to do with the physical TCG.
Okay, it doesn't have nothing to do with physical TCG. Some of the arts are reused, like our iconic Pikachu, a lot of the, you know, card types and stuff, but all the moves are totally unique. A lot of the cards are totally unique, things like that. Just poke at it a little.
Separated in your mind. This is its own
They are
thing.
different.
They don't plan to implement the QR codes from opening up physical packs,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately. That's how I felt about it. As of the current time, they don't have a roadmap for if they wanted to implement a competitive scene that comes to the Pokemon World Championship.
I wonder when we'll see a roadmap. I really love seeing roadmaps for these new types of games, just to see what's on their mind. If competitive plays on their mind at all. There's competitive Pokemon Go, which took a long time to introduce to the app, like past the height of the popularity. So they definitely could, you know, switch things up, even like a draft format, something like that.
Or anything else like that. However, they are open to it in the future. So, you know, it's a brand
Yeah, I
new
mean,
app. It's not
Pokemon's the
even
biggest
out
media
yet.
franchise
You
in the
gotta
world.
see
Makes
how
sense. They're
it does.
open to anything. They have the capital. They've got the vibes. They've got the brand.
TCG Pocket cards.
Oh, Billy didn't talk about trading it. Oh my gosh. I forgot. Okay, I'm so excited for this, but
Is very simple. All you have to do is just trade with another person.
trade.
It can be
Just
done
trade.
online. You do not have
Okay,
to be
online
local,
trading.
unlike Pokemon Go.
I wonder if there's a timer. There's a timer for the Wonder Trade, but
Think of it more like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, that you just enter a code and you're able to trade.
code.
At time of launch, trading is not going to be implemented.
Oh, no. Oh my God. That's devastating. I wonder, but they have no roadmap. It's going to be there, but when's it going to be there? Maybe they're trying to deal with like potential second market issues, potential like, you know, selling for real world currency and things like that. Maybe they're trying to figure out how to mitigate, you know, some of that issue.
They did not list a date or time in which they plan to make that a thing. So if, say for example, you and a friend are both playing TCG Pocket, and your friend has a card that you want, and you have
trade
a
it.
card that they want, you guys can trade cards. Simple as that. It should
But
also
not
be
right now.
noted that every single time that you open up
Or maybe you can, so maybe you can local trade, but you can't. No, I don't think you can trade at all. I don't know. What do you get? How did you guys interpret that? I'm not sure. Maybe the third video we watch will clear it up.
Up a pack of cards, you're going to be accumulating another type of in-game counter. I forgot the name.
Pack points. They're
Pack
called
points.
I
Yes,
checked over
sir.
My notes. Pack points. And every pack that you open, you get 10 pack points, and the pack points can
These like editing little like cameos that people do when they pop out, like he looks like he's in a total different room, so he does have an editing computer. Always crack me up. Like, why is like I feel like the quality's so trash. Like you could sit down and record for like 2 seconds. So it's almost like funny comic relief where you're like, oh, I got something wrong. Let me show myself. Editing me here. Yeah, I don't know.
that you do
It's
and do
I think
not
it's funny,
own.
but
If you
a
do
little
not own the
cringy.
card yet, you just see a tiny little thumbnail of it. If you do own the card, you can tap it and then it becomes bigger. It's very noticeable if you do or do not own it. Hidden art cards are 400 pack points. So after opening up 40 packs, you can
So every pack you get 10 points.
redeem it for one of these cards.
Oh.
These cards.
Okay, that's good to know. Philly didn't cover that. Every 10 packs. So okay. So in theory, after what 40 packs to 20 days, after 20 days, you can get a full art card.
Start at 1,250 pack points. 125 packs. That is 62
Oh,
and a half days of
no.
continuous play model. 41 and 2/3 days on the premium monthly.
To get
pass
one
model
each card?
without, the microtransactions of your pack cooldown. Your gold cards, the 3 crown cards that I was talking about, the super rare, are 2,500 packs. 250 packs on the premium monthly model is.
Oh man, that seems so expensive for the EX. It's funny, yeah, the art cards really are just cute cards. They're not good. So clearly they care a little bit about meta competitive and thinking the EX cards are going to be really good.
Going to be 83
Or at least really
days
rare
of
at
packs,
2
and you
stars.
can get one of the gold packs. That's a bit of a
I
grind.
wonder if that was any
But hey,
EX.
if you have the entire collection except for one specific card, great way to redeem it. And now, Austin, go ahead and talk about dupes.
If you get duplicate cards, what happens?
Flares.
They are converted to
This is
another
very
type
cool.
of in-game counter. There's a lot of them. It's a little cumbersome.
There are a lot of in-game currencies. There's the 5 tickets, the timer, the 1 timer, the pack timer, the mystery trade timer, the flare.
Once you experience the app, it'll make more sense.
Okay,
Duplicate
that's good to
cards
know.
Become that currency, and then that currency can be used to exchange for cosmetics,
Ooh.
including coins
Oh, the animation.
that you're going to be flipping during battles, play mats, deck sleeves,
Love
things
it.
like that, as
Okay.
well as card effects. So it's not just for battling.
I wonder if it's only for, like, you get 2 Venusaurs. Is the flare only for Venusaur? Probably. You probably don't unlock a global flare. Maybe they're from
Card
missions,
effects
premium
are going
missions
to be
or
having
something.
cool little glimmers and everything else. Let's talk about battles. Battles
Battles.
are streamed. The decks are significantly small.
20 cards.
They are 20 card decks. You can have 3 benched Pokemon and 1 active Pokemon. You have to begin with a Pokemon. The player who begins first throws down their basic Pokemon. The other player throws down their basic Pokemon. From there, on the first turn, there's
I'm trying to see how many cards you draw first turn.
energy accumulation. By the way, energy cards are gone. Instead, you're going to be having a pool of energy that's going to be distributed to whatever types of Pokemon cards are in the deck. So you can run more than 1 type of Pokemon in the deck if you wanted to.
Wait.
Cards are gone. Instead, you're going to be having a pool of energy that's going to be distributed to whatever types of Pokemon cards are in the deck. So you can run more than 1 type of Pokemon in the deck.
More than 1 type of Pokemon. Oh, okay.
If you wanted to run, fire and electric, you could totally do that, and you might get a fire energy the next turn. You might get an electric
random?
energy added to your energy
No.
pool. When you choose to do
No.
it, those attacks are going to be pulled from that
like
energy
that.
pool
Mono.
automatically.
I don't think mixed energy is going to be very strong. Having that be random is a way too uncertain. I think an element of randomness, I don't think you want to build into your deck right off the bat.
You don't have to worry about it. And then the next turn, you get all that energy back to reallocate to whatever attacks, etc. that you want. There are no more prize cards because they didn't want to lock your cards behind your succession of the game. Instead, you have prize points. The first person to 3 prize points wins the match. EX cards, when they're knocked out, award 2 prize points instead of 1 prize point. Every other card is going to be 1 prize point. Weaknesses and resistances have also been reworked. Instead of it being a multiplicative factor, it's going to be a base factor. So instead of you getting double damage,
That's kinda nice.
a normal Pokemon is weak to a
Or
fighting
it's
attack.
just
Instead,
simpler.
it's just a base additional 20 damage. There's also an auto battle feature with the AI.
Oh,
Any
think I like.
missions that require battling, you just hit the button and you're good. There's also rental teams. I'm not
I do
100% on this, but it
like
seems
the
like
rental
the rental decks are tied to whatever cards that you pulled. So if you pull an Arcanine EX, you can use the Arcanine EX rental. If you win a battle against the AI with that deck, you get a VIP card rewarded to you. So it's a small way to earn additional cards that way after doing the.
I wonder if the VIP card is just like a key card that they consider in that deck, and then that you can, you know, not use it against the computer anymore, and you can move it to, you know, online or local co-op.
So there is a reason to do the battles. Very detailed tutorial to help you out with all of the
Okay,
aspects
what if
of
you
it
could
instead
skip?
of just shoving you into it and be like, hey, good luck against another player. So don't worry about it if you've never played any sort of TCG battling. It's very friendly to beginners. In addition, if you are familiar with the TCG, there are some cards that work completely differently, like Pokeball may work completely differently from the
Yeah, we've seen the Pokeball. You get a random basic card.
physical TCG to the TCG Pocket app. There was one question someone had from someone in the Netherlands that some local government actually doesn't allow games with gacha mechanics.
Yeah, there's a handful of countries that have said that they can't play the game, or they don't think they can play the game because they don't allow loot boxes.
This game does list every single card that you can pull, the exact rarity rates as soon as you download the app and go.
I wonder
to
if
the
that
tutorial, your
negates
exact
that
chance
law
of winning
then,
every
that you have to
single card in
know.
there. You can play this app completely for free. However, they do not plan on changing the app in any way, shape, or form to comply with specific governments that do not allow sort of gacha mechanics in apps and games on mobile devices.
Probably not then.
Rounding out some additional questions that people had from my original post on twitter.com. A lot of it can be summarized as this has absolutely no integration with the physical TCG set.
Pretty
Once
much,
again,
yeah, that's the
stand
same.
Cards, the QR codes from booster packs don't do anything. This is its own standalone thing. It does not integrate at all with anything else. Not Scarlet and Violet, not Go, not Sleep, not Home, standalone.
It doesn't
At least for the
integrate.
time being.
Okay.
I did ask them if they have any plans on the competitive battle scene, maybe making rounds and becoming a regional and worlds thing.
Maybe.
At the
Wink.
time, they don't have any plans for it, but they are open to it. Again, makes sense.
Maybe,
App
yeah.
isn't even out yet. Let's see how it does. Someone asked, are there power creep features in the game? You may notice that some of the original
power
base
creep
cards,
feature?
like Pikachu, are here.
Would it mitigate? Is that Pikachu? I think the original one had like 30, maybe 40, but not 60. Maybe that's what they mean. Some like bump up to meet with the EX
However,
cards.
their HP and attacks have been updated across
Yeah,
the
there it
cards.
is.
Older cards that have been
Yeah,
brought
none
into
of
the
the-
game
oh,
have
the
been
move
updated,
name is the
so you're not gonna be
same.
seeing, you know, 1999 base cards
Oh.
here that are absolutely worthless. Will you be allowed to play without setting your phone on fire?
But-
We were given an Android phone. I'm not really too sure. It kind of looked a lot like an iPhone, just with 3 cameras on the back. Android people roast me for not knowing what phone that is. It ran fairly coolly. We had the
Yeah.
screen on full
Hopefully
brightness
it's
the entire
good.
time. We didn't have any issues. Granted, we were on a New York
TCG
City
all had some
rooftop
issues.
in summer. It was covered though, so it wasn't bad at all.
I do want to state, however, this was an early build of the app, and it was not fast.
Should I fix it?
Lengthy times between different screens.
Hopefully,
so
you're gonna close
it's not
out.
as snappy
Go to
as it could
TikTok.
be.
Can you upgrade your cards like in Marvel Snap?
Yeah.
I did not play Marvel Snap,
Oh.
but a card is a card. You can use the customize feature for different
It's the
hollow
flares.
effects or different,
Yeah,
you know,
the flares are
sort of
like
pop-up
upgrading your
effects,
cards
all of that.
ish.
Can it be used offline, mainly against NPCs? Yes, there's a whole AI
Okay.
thing.
I like that
battles
there's
like
offline.
You never
Online
have to
only
interact
games
with
are
people if you
frustrating.
have no friends. I mean, if you don't want to. There's no story mode, unlike the original
It's fine
Game
for an app
game.
Makes
It's
sense.
not like you're going to be going and doing stuff. It's just very
Should be cute to
streamlined.
maybe have
A lot
later.
of people are asking about, you know, can you buy and sell cards? Is there going to be a sort of a trade
Seems like maybe.
based system? The trade implementation is not out yet, so I can't say to that specifically. However, all signs are pointing towards yes, that can be a thing in the future.
Yeah.
I've covered every single
Especially
aspect
just
of
like-
microtransactions,
yeah.
battles, in-game currency.
All right. Cool. Good deal. We're going to move on to our very last one, which is going to be IGN. That's like a big news source instead of YouTubers. All right. IGN's video is quite a bit shorter, 7 minutes. See what they've got cooked.
With the influx of digital card games gaining popularity over the years, it's unsurprising to see a new one pop up here and there. With that said, seeing Pokemon releasing a new digital card game with Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket has had some fans confused, including myself. With the existence of Pokemon Trading Card Game Live, the crossover is apparent,
That's
but it
fair.
seems-
I've seen this comment come up a lot. Just like, why do we need another one? Another digital platform.
at the Pokemon Company and creators have a different goal in mind for this new game.
Totally,
From what I've seen
collecting.
So far, Pocket is less about the competitive meta of the physical Pokemon card game and more about the collecting aspect of the beautiful cards fans know and love. And that's not such a bad thing.
Not such a bad thing. All right. So they seem down. I'm down. Cards are so pretty.
After a brief presentation, I was given a phone with Pocket installed and played with it for about 2 hours.
Okay, IGN, very to the point, very news related. No vlog, no fluff, no, we didn't get to see their swag or Austin's swag.
Much of the early parts are similar to many mobile games. This includes completing tutorials to better understand the menus, in-game currency, and the gameplay loop for both opening packs. It can be daunting learning all these
Anything new? Rock, Magikarp? Nope.
new menus and currencies, but it's not too out of the norm regarding mobile or gacha games. As you level up through various tasks, other parts of Pocket become available, and you accrue more free goodies to get your card collection rolling. First and foremost, the focus of Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket is indeed the card collecting aspect.
Yeah,
Keita Hirobe,
okay. So everyone seems to pretty much agree that battling is on the back burner. Maybe, I don't know if the version they got didn't have the fully fleshed battle ready or what it was, but everyone, all three of these reviewers, creators seem to be in agreement.
who's the executive corporate officer at the Pokemon Company, mentioned to me in a video call that one of the goals of this new digital card game is to have players focus on the fun of opening packs and collecting cards, and eventually get to know the card game. A lot of the commitment to playing any physical card game is the cost of getting cards, and the experience of playing matches often, which are large barriers of entry. So being able to just land on Pocket's homepage and see a big button to open up a free pack.
Yeah, getting somewhere to play is a huge barrier for entry, especially if you live somewhere rural or someone with not like a welcoming community, or, you know, you have a lot of social anxiety, or you don't, you know, have the money to buy a competitive deck, things like that. Opening 2 free packs today, and I mean, some sort of app provides some sort of opportunity for you to at least participate in the fun hobby, right?
Is an easy way to get into the Pokemon TCG world. From picking a finger to sliding your finger across the top to slice it open, all the feelings of opening a pack and seeing what you get are all there.
It does seem to be,
a very rare card in your pack, the music changes and the card does a little twirl, showing off the digital
Ooh. Oh, very clean animation. That looked amazing. That looked so good.
Currently, the first set consists of over 200 cards, and this particular set has 3 booster pack versions representing Pikachu, Mewtwo, and Charizard. The versions matter because certain cards will be unique to a specific booster pack.
I think it's like what Austin John said with the pull rates. I think the pull rates are just bumped for the flagship card on the front of the pack. I don't think they're absent. I think it's just like, it looked like double potentially from him.
Pack version. For instance, if I choose to only open up the Pikachu booster pack, I have a chance at pulling the Pikachu Immersive card, which brings the
could be wrong though. Could be misinterpreting
the card's art. One of the coolest experiences of the event was seeing someone pull an Immersive card and everyone crowding around to see the full card effect. It was very reminiscent of being a kid and everyone showing off their foil Pokemon cards to each other. Or when
that's so cool. You have little friends over, bust out everyone. Oh, we're spending $150 on Pokemon TCG for Friday night.
Someone pulls a rare full art card in draft with.
It's like opening a box.
It's not the rarest card in the game though, as I quickly learned through Pocket's pity system. Pack points.
So he's calling pack points their pity system. I mean, I'm calling like their dust. It's not, I mean, it's kind of their pity system, but yeah.
Those that don't know, a gacha game's pity system allows players to guarantee a particular character or item.
It does.
Fail to pull it through normal means. If you gain enough pack points through opening packs in Pokemon TCG Pocket, you can use those points to create any card you want for your collection or maybe your deck. I found out that the highest rarities so far are crown
rarities.
Full art cards.
Oh, the Moltres, so good.
These crown cards cost a whopping 2,500.
And again, you get 10. You get 10 pack points per pack.
So
that's 10 times 5.
They want to guarantee one of those cards. Another interesting option for getting cards is the Wonder Pick. The
Wonder Trade is so interesting to me. Like, I feel like you need to give something up to do it. Like, I want to play. Are these like players that they have listed? Are they random? Was it someone's real pack they actually opened? Is it going to be a lot of garbage? Is it going to be cool stuff? Like, I have so many questions.
Random from a booster pack that was opened by another player. These players' packs also rotate, so it's yet another incentive to check into Pocket daily.
Are they your friends? Are they random?
After pulling any sweet-looking cards, Pocket has options to show them off in a binder. Or display board.
So those Pokeballs were like the flare.
As part of your profile. The
That's
personalization options are very similar to Pokemon TCG Live, like swapping out your coins, sleeves, and playmats. But there is a new option to add.
You can't switch your playmat in Live.
Custom animation to the cards, similar to what Marvel Snap does. These custom animations
that is really similar.
Using Shine Dust,
yeah.
Currency accrued by converting duplicate cards. Otherwise,
I don't know. I almost wish you'd give me more pack points, and I could pick with my pack points to buy, but I guess it's not the vibe.
Card decks seems to be a wait-and-see approach. When it comes to getting booster packs, you have various opportunities to do so, but the main free-to-play option is checking in for your free booster every 12 hours.
Every day.
2 free packs this way at most, so you have to open them up as often as you can. With that said, there is an in-game currency called Pack Hourglass that helps reduce the refresh time of your next booster pack, which can be attained through normal play.
So you can get, so normal play will give you packs, and it's probably from the free missions, daily missions, maybe get an extra
if you run
pack.
Out of these for any reason, Pokegold, or the real money currency, covers the rest. In my demo, I could fake purchase Pokegold, which I then used to rip open packs to see what I could get. 500 gold at $99.99 was the highest available option.
99, not 999. Google auto captions.
So I spammed that a few times if I could pull a rare immersive card unique to Pocket. In addition to opening one at a time, you have the option to open 10 in one go if you choose to hoard your pack hourglasses or use 60.
Did they give you the B-roll for 10?
Pokegold. For me, I ripped open about 50 to 80 packs before I ran into my first immersive card. It felt like I opened up fewer.
I love that. I need it on my phone now.
Before I
in 1 week.
My second Pocket does show the pull rates of cards, with some of the rarest having a 5% chance of being pulled. In the end, it's a lot of luck.
I don't know.
Not a fun farming game.
There was a math thing.
One feature that I finally got a chance.
I don't think 5% is quite right.
To see more in depth is the battle system for Pokemon TCG Pocket.
It's not other.
Pokemon TCG Pocket has simplified the TCG rules to keep gameplay swift.
I really like the health bars as a side.
It focuses on teaching you the basics of the Pokemon TCG without the complexity of some meta cards or routes of play. For instance, instead of 6 prize cards, the player who gets 3 points defeats 3 points worth of Pokemon first wins. Another departure is that a deck is only 20 cards versus the normal 60 card deck, so decking out is not a losing condition. There are also no energy cards to bloat the deck. Instead, energy is automatically generated, giving players the chance to always add 1 energy.
Yeah.
to one-shot, but in the core physical game, you usually discard your hand and draw 7. All these changes can effectively shorten a normal game, but there's still room for matches to go a little longer, with each player given 20 minutes to make moves.
Each player given 20 minutes to make moves.
PvP. I honestly don't see matches ever going to time, but I thought it was
40 minutes? It's got to be old. Like, they got to code it out. This is a toilet
Being a
game.
fan of competitive card games both digitally and physically, I was
My legs are gonna fall asleep. It's 40 minutes.
excited to check this out. At a certain point, I do see folks who want to lean into the Pokemon TCG, switch over to the live digital game, or play the physical card game. But that just leaves Pokemon TCG Pocket to mainly be a card collecting destination, and maybe that's all it needs to be. Pokemon Go already sees a similar collecting behavior with their players, so this is just a card version of that. So as someone who has recently revisited the Pokemon TCG meta, especially with the recent Worlds Championship, I'm looking forward to checking out more of Pocket later in the
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. I don't think it needs to be anything more than a collecting app and a little fun little sprinkle battle collector on the side. So what do you guys think? Are you excited for the release at the end of October? Are you going to potentially move to New Zealand before then? Let me know down below. And if there's anyone else I should maybe check out too. Catch you guys on the next one.